mojo in the end.
Hey, you guys, welcome back to another episode of Just Langar. That was okay because I did that countdown video was good, but it was like such a shift from the mellow and then suddenly ding ding ding, like very clubbing thing out like that. I was like, whoa, you just got me.
Hey,
So
you choose the song.
I should have checked the video first before we started. But that was amazing video. Anyway, so if you guys
Yeah.
are here watching you're watching right now, let us know in the comment section so we know where you guys are, where you're tuning in from. If you're tuning in from Facebook, say hello. If you're tuning in from YouTube, also say hello. But please give permission to StreamYard so that we can see your names, so we can respond to you if you have any comments or questions. And if you're tuning in from LinkedIn as well, hello, everybody. Okay. Wow, got new announcements, Someone. Well done. Facebook user, I don't know who you are. Oh, it's Keanu. Keanu, give me permission. Okay. So what you guys can do is at the top of the post, there's something that says I'm going live with StreamYard. Click on that one and give your permission, and they'll sort you out immediately. Okay. So very exciting month coming up because we've got a lot of amazing speakers, right? But before that, what are some of your questions? Hi, Andrea. Welcome. Woohoo. Wow, doing homework apparently. We can see you,
Doing
Andrea.
homework.
Yeah. Oh, Popcorn AI is back. Jared, I know you're
The
listening from backstage. Just to let you know, Popcorn has a chat box which has gone a bit mental. It's got a life of its own, lah. Okay, this is basically
Yeah,
the
exactly.
future as you see it. This is basically the future as you see it, where the AI has a mind of its own and it basically doesn't give a shit who you are. It will respond just how it wants to. I already gave permission. Keanu, wonder why not showing up. Yeah, okay. Oh, and Popcorn AI says, do share this live talk with your kawan-kawan or else you don't want to hear it from Popcorn AI. Okay, got it? All right. So let's quickly take a look at what is happening in the world of popcorn today. Hi,
We
Fiona. Welcome.
so today we got Jared. When of course we're going to talk about this Saturday. This Saturday, which is 2 days from now. It's going to be our last class, our last intensive killer all-star LinkedIn profile class for the year. All right. No, Nina, no more. Okay, no more. Okay, no more. I know Nina wants to have another class. Okay.
Sure,
I
the
really tell her
face.
to stop. Okay. So that is happening this Saturday, but I think it's going to be like our biggest class for the year.
Yes, definitely.
Because we are going beyond our normal number of people that's coming in for that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I think something about being the last class and everybody FOMO lah, FOPO lah. If you just
Exactly
join
right.
us, FOMO is fear of missing out. FOPO is fear of what? People's opinion.
People's
So
opinion.
so if you haven't gone for the LinkedIn class, we have an opinion about it. So you better join. All right, cool. So here is what's happening in the world of popcorn. I'd like to call it the popcorn chart. So yes, the killer class is happening on Saturday, 9 o'clock to 1. If you would like to join, Popcorn AI, who says I am your future, is putting the links there. Lie, please come. If you're tuning in from overseas, lie means come. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we also have upcoming talks. Who do we have next week? We have Sohaib Hassan.
Next week we have Sohaib
On
Hassan.
Friday. Take note, it's a Friday, 20th, at 8 o'clock. Now, he is a LinkedIn influencer with 720K followers. And he's going to be talking about LinkedIn is not just for job searching. What else then? Now, he started only about, I think, 3 years ago, and he's already at 700K. And I'm like, what exactly? So you got to come in and find out. and find out how does he do it, what kind of content does he post, especially if you have been with us and you're positioning yourself as a business influencer. This is definitely an episode that we got just for you. Now, next, because you guys asked for, you want to learn about YouTube, we've got you the speaker today who we're going to talk about later. But also on the 26th of November, we're going back to a Thursday, and we have Vika World, who is also another fabulous YouTuber from Malaysia, who's going to be talking about using comedy to drive social change. Now, we talk about you guys, positioning yourself as a business influencer, where it's not just about yourself anymore. What is the impact that you want to create in the world? Through your content, through your influence. So this is definitely one of the things that our fellow YouTuber does, and what can we learn from him? If he's using comedy, what are we using, and what impact are we creating, right? So we've got loads of resources, loads of stuff that we share on all our social media. So please make sure you follow us and join the Popcorn community. And this is where Popcorn AI will go join us. Got it? Okay. Yes, because that's what we want to do. Okay. So all this is happening in November. But what about today? I mean, what are we talking about today?
Today we are going to be talking with Jared. Yeah.
I love that photo. It's like so awesome. Okay.
Yeah, when I
so
saw this photo, it's like very different compared to all the other photos that we have before this, right?
Exactly.
Every time we have Jared, it's always the best. It's always the best photo.
Exactly. Yeah. So we're going to be talking about what does it take to be wrong England, I think. What does it take to be successful on YouTube, and was the 9 years worth it? Okay, because they're 9 years old now, and now YouTube is an elusive platform for us at Popcorn because we understand LinkedIn, but we do not understand YouTube, right? So how many of you guys are curious about YouTube? Let us know in the comment section. How many of you guys are curious how professional YouTubers operate? It's like a mystery. I mean, to me, it's like Twilight Zone. Wow, Popcorn AI likes you, Jared. It's saying Jared's so gaya. If he was Indian, because Saturday is Deepavali. Now, how many of you guys are curious of how professional YouTubers operate? It's like a mystery, like Twilight Zone. Now, how on earth do they create content that is viral, binge-worthy, shared by millions? You want to in some of that secrets? That's what we're going to find out today. Can it also be used to create content for business? And how do they make money? Do I need millions of subscribers to make a living? And most importantly, what is the secret sauce? Okay, and is there still a chance for me to be a YouTuber, to break into the scene? Because that's what I've always wanted to know. So all this is happening right now on Just Langga, so let's just Langga with it. Intro video.
Popcorn.
All right, welcome back. So glad to hear. We've got Andrea Chow who wants to know about yes, YouTube is a mystery, and Faisal wants to know as well. And Muhammad Zairul Niza, me would love to
Hi,
learn.
Zairul Niza.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. You are at the right place. So welcome back. I am Nina.
And I'm Amin, and welcome to Popcorn Just Langga Show. This is our 32nd episode, right?
32nd, is it? Wow. Welcome. Now, we are here to cover the latest on content creation, social media, entrepreneurship, and tech to help you guys position yourselves as business leaders and industry authorities through content creation. Now, in other words, we are Popcorn, and we build Southeast Asia's business influencers by building your authority, impact, and income on social media. So if this is something that excites you, make sure you join us. Kind of thing, and follow us on all our social media. Now, tonight we are going to be talking about YouTube because you asked for it. How do I become big on YouTube? How do I make amazing content? And can I really apply this to business? And most of all, is it worth it? Okay, so all that effort, or should I just quit before I even start? I think I quit before I even start. So what do you think?
Yeah, you only had like 5 video, right? And after that, you decided
It was
to just
too much
quit.
work. Okay, it was too much work. I couldn't handle it. Okay, we'll talk about this more.
But
Okay?
you were doing quite good, right? Your video is quite good, and you decided to stop. Okay, that's you.
Yeah, okay, that was my fault.
But at least
okay,
you started.
Okay.
At least you started.
Okay, which is
still
more
am
than
a
I can
gadget
say about
beast.
you, right? Okay, because Amin has this thing, what we call the GGS, which means gila gadget syndrome. He buys all the gadgets in the world. We're talking, what was the expensive, the flying thing, the Disla, the Detla,
The
and then
drone, the DJI Osmo, the whole
all the
Sony smart
GGIs
camera.
in the world. You know that Christmas
Yeah.
ad? He's the one who has everything that the neighbor has. That's Amir. And then guess what? How many videos on YouTube? Zero.
Hey, I got a lot. I got check.
Okay,
You go
I'll
see
try
it
later.
together.
Oh, dah ada. Dia malu kot. Okay, anyway. So before I intro you to the speaker, if you are joining us for the first time, our episodes are very chillax. Our community is very, very talkative. Let's just put it that way. They're very curious, but they are a fun bunch. So if you have any comments, any questions whatsoever, simply share in the comment section and we'll ask our speaker. Or if you have anything you want to share, just go ahead. Okay, we'll get them answered for you. So who do we have in the
Jangan
house?
malu-malu. Jangan malu-malu
Yeah.
tanya, okay? Keep on asking,
At
okay?
Popcorn,
We'll
no
welcome it.
question is considered stupid. Okay, got it. All right, cool.
Exactly.
You guys are doing very well, by the way. Good job. All these comments on the side. Okay, now our guest tonight is a huge fan of Japanese animation. Now get this. Ever since he was young, he always thought he was going to be an artist. He just never knew he would end up being a full-time filmmaker. But lucky for us Malaysians, he's not just a filmmaker. He is no stranger in the local film industry, meaning he's not just any filmmaker. He is no stranger in the local film industry, especially with his short films and videos. And as the co-founder of Grim Film Production. He's also attracted an international audience on YouTube, and to date, Grim Film's YouTube channel has garnered over, get this, 34 million views. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome all the way from Ara Damansara, Malaysia, Jared Lee. Oh yeah, welcome.
Tepuk sikit. Okay. Let me check.
Yeah. Ara Damansara people in the house, please comment. Jared, it's from your hood. Kind of like Bronx lah, kind of thing. No lah. Okay, cool. So, Jared, you guys just turned 9 years old. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Happy birthday.
So that means, woohoo, happy birthday to you. I mean, sing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to Grim Film. Happy
And
birthday
Jared.
to you. And Jared.
Oh, you've got that's okay.
lah.
9 years old, okay lah. Dear, it's like you're a tween. You're almost becoming a teenager, so you haven't got an attitude problem yet.
Puberty is coming, eh?
Puberty is coming. That's where
Puberty
shit
is coming.
happens. So good luck.
Yeah.
All right, so let's take a look at some comments. Shireen Kelly is saying, Arada Mansara, yeah. Okay, and this is Koi. Oh, hi, Koi Mei. Very nice to see you here. Jonah is saying, you gila gadget, Amin.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a lot of gila gadget men here. Okay, there seems to be kind of overlap with the audio. Oh, okay. So we'll see. Let us know if that still continues. All right, so let's get straight into it. Now, Jared,
Yes.
welcome. Okay,
Thanks for having me.
Oh, are you kidding? Of course, when they first said YouTuber, you were our first person that we have in mind. I mean, we have some photos, right? Now, having you here is is a big deal for us because when we first started, which is kind of near your birthday also lah.
Exactly.
Yeah, our first popcorn fest. Okay, I don't know if you can see this, but the one next to me, the second from the left, is actually Jared. He was our first speaker. Is that the only photo? I thought of you.
No, you got another one there. There you go.
There you go. Yeah. So he was so kind. We didn't know what we were doing. We just invited him. He said yes. And we're like, oh my God, we have to do this now. You probably don't know this, right? But yeah. So how we started was a series of talks to interview YouTubers on creating content because we were creating content and we suck. We still suck, but we're at least now we're creating content on LinkedIn and everything that you guys have taught us, we're now basically killing it on LinkedIn. So thanks to you guys, we incorporated whatever you taught us. So to have, we will always be fond of you. So to have you back is like, is such a big deal for us. So thank you.
Popcorn.
Okay, next time we have to send you popcorn, yeah? Okay. So first things first, Jared, because you want to say something, Amin?
No. I just feel honored because the thing is when we started, it was 2 years back already. It's more than 2 years, right?
It's more than 2 years, yeah. So thank you for believing in us.
Thank you so much for being there.
Yeah. So, Jared, first things first, because we have a whole bunch of community who weren't there when we first started. I guess let's start from the very beginning. Can you share a little bit about yourself? What were you doing before, you were a YouTuber, or how did you start, and what was your plan if you did have a plan? You know.
Okay. I had no plans, zero plans. I didn't even plan to end up where my Inara Damansara. Yeah. So I mean, growing up like everyone else, we search for that one thing, right? For that one thing that we want to do. But for me, it's always been searching for that outlet to channel all the stories that I write and in my mom's words, daydream about and wasting my time. Yeah, so I was in an events company, Awante. They were kind enough to have me in as just to help out. I chose to go there because there was chance to be creative with events. I just go wherever where I get a chance to be creative here and there lah. So on the side, I was in a band. At that time, everyone's in a band, and when I'm free, I freelance as a storyboard artist, and at the same time, I write my stories, and hopefully one day I get to film it. And then only in 2011, we filmed our first one, and which was for a short film competition, and we uploaded it on YouTube for feedback. We did not plan a video to be uploaded on YouTube so we can become a YouTuber or to be called a YouTuber or to make a viral video. There was no plan such as that, but it went viral. That particular video called the long distance relationship. It went viral, and that was the start. 9 years back, and
Wow.
yeah. So thank you to everyone who has given us a chance to prove ourselves and for feeding us till today. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So basically, you just decided to enter this competition because you want to test out your skills and stuff like that, and you put it up on YouTube, and it went viral, basically, and that was the start of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you win the competition?
I did not. We managed to get into the top 10, but that's good.
Okay.
But we didn't win. Yeah.
Okay. So here's something that you guys need to listen. Sometimes you don't win the competition, but you get viral on YouTube, and you are where you are today. So sometimes the universe gives back in different ways. So I think that's a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Amir, do you have any question that you want to ask?
So when you first started, what was the mindset that you have at that time? You just go for it, or were you prepared, or what was it like?
Right. To make the first video, is it? The first video was really like writing that one script, which I felt, hey, this one didn't seem like it need a lot of money to make. It didn't seem like I was out of reach. I didn't need to shoot an astronaut in space. I didn't need an erupting volcano. I didn't need cyborgs shooting humans down. I just did very down-to-earth locations, and I think I can find some friends who can act. Yeah, that was the inspiration behind the first video. So I guess if there's a takeaway, it's always to start writing something that is within reach first, to take that first step, right?
Yeah.
That's a very good point, and I think it's also very important for us business content creators, because like today we found that we're more live streamers than anything. Video takes us a bit longer, so live streaming is so much easier. Plus, we don't I don't stop talking, so it's easy lah. Okay, cool. And then when you guys started going viral, then what did you do? How did you ended up to where you are today?
Yeah. So just so everyone know, there was no such thing as the term YouTuber in my dictionary, or did I follow any YouTubers during that time. There was Wong Fu, there was Ryan Higa, there was F Jamba, I think, during that time. And all these names, I only found out after.
Wow.
I remember like getting viral, and then people calling us YouTuber because we have some numbers on YouTube. And there was one point when Wong Fu came to Malaysia, and I got a call to open for them as a band, right?
Wow.
So
Okay.
I did not know who Wong Fu was. I was like, is this a Chinese band? Because you asked my band to open for them. yeah. Yeah, then it's no, they do short films like you. Like I'm like, oh, so there's actually this term called like YouTuber. So
Okay.
that's where I start getting my education. I start searching more. And like, oh, there are creators creating awesome videos online. And yeah, so that's when we start to test the platform.
The water. Okay.
Yes, which I would say back then it was very rojak because there was no guidance, or like there was no people guiding you like how there is so many guidelines today. YouTube and Google would reach out to new creators and they'll tell you like what to do, what not to do. Yeah, so I wish we had that back then, but we've done what we done. We tried short films, we've tried sketches, we've tried vlogs, we've tried everything, because the key to the whole thing was consistency, right? I mean, still is. So it was a lot of trying and a lot of making mistakes and learning from that. Yeah.
So how long was this trial period before you kind of discovered things?
I think the experimentation went on for too long, and it went on for too long. And the other hard thing about being a content creator online is to like you guys, right? Like 30-second episode. So kudos to you guys. It's not an easy task. It's not an easy task. So being consistent, always uploading content on the promised date. Like if it's Thursday 9 p.m., it has to be Thursday 9 p.m. every week. Or if you promise daily, do it daily at the same time, because the audience have been trained to treat YouTube, or now a lot of social media platforms like TV stations, like how we used to. And I think we have a group now who don't know what TV stations are.
Yes.
So they grow up in the world where Netflix is the TV station, right? So
Correct.
now it's
YouTube
a
as
new
well.
world. Yeah. So it's a brand new world. So taking that as an example, consistency and uploading on schedule helps build the audience. So we fell into that trap of, oh my God, we don't have content for next Wednesday, and today is Tuesday, which is tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay, that's happened to us before as well, so we understand. Yeah,
So,
okay.
I think this is something that every content creator would face. And you start coming up with ideas and hoping that, after you come up with 32 episodes, right, you start like thinking, what else have I not talked about? What else could we talk about? But of course, with you guys, professionals, you listed down all the topics, maybe 1,000 of them, then only dive into the whole thing. So that is like the good way to do things, to prep before you start even a show. But for creators who start on their own, shoot their own, edit their own, and come up with their own ideas, I think we get stuck in this loop of things where we chase after deadline that you give yourself, because you know that you might lose your subscribers, might lose the audience. So that was what we were stuck in.
So that was you experimenting. You call that the experimenting stage, is it?
Yes.
Wow. Okay. How long were you guys doing it?
So like I mentioned, we started with short film, right? So short films is a whole other ball game. Right?
Yeah.
You've got to prep actors, you got to prep location, you got to prep.
It's like doing a film, right? Well, it's a short film. It's a film.
Short film. Yeah, but I mean, comedy sketches have the same prep, but it's more forgivable. Like, it can be one location, it can be two actors, and like, I mean, movies can be like that too, but there is less crafting, detailed crafting to be taught into these comedy sketches. As long as there's a formula, which there is a lot when you search online on writing, it's faster compared to making like a proper short film with many locations and whatnot, and especially being worried about production quality. So we switched gears and we thought like, hey, maybe to keep the views and to keep the audience, we need to come up with something that we can churn out like senang, like easy. We just, every week we can just push something out. But when you get into that loop, yeah, nothing's ever easy. But that has made the mind go on autopilot. I'm sure you guys too. It goes into autopilot whereby when you're not doing anything, you start thinking of ideas. You start thinking whether it's marketing ideas, whether it's new content ideas. It goes into that because that becomes priority, right? So you have set your mind and your being to be this way.
Okay, so that was the period of soul searching lah, and making mistakes and stuff like that. You know what? I have to give a lot of respect for you guys because at that time it must not have been easy because YouTube was very new, so everybody was learning and stumbling and just langaring lah at the same time, learning from mistakes and stuff like that. And because of you guys, we watch and we learn, and you share with us. From the talk that you did with us, love your co-host, by the way, co-speaker.
Yeah, she loves my hair.
Aw, cute. So thank you so much for actually empowering us as well and for us to learn. So now where are you guys at? I'm assuming you're no longer testing, you kind of know who you are, and what are you guys offering to the world, so we can understand better.
Yeah. So I would say that we went back to our roots. I think the trigger point was say maybe 4 or 5 years back, and I sat down after chasing the weekly. Mio-chan, we chased. Her name's Mio.
That's what I like about live stream. You can see all this things just happening.
And it's very us as well. Like my grandma's like looking at a cat and screaming. So that's why I'm like muting myself.
Yeah.
All the cats are coming out today.
So so there was a trigger point when, like I said, it became an autopilot thing to constantly think of comedy, right? Because at that time we were in a phase where we have to upload new comedy every week. Then it became so much so that when I sat down one day and I had a free day, and I'm like, it's been a while since I wrote a short film script. It's been a while. Right? I have always shelved all my short film ideas back in the day when I can't do this yet because I have no money, I have no resources, blah, 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 I shelved it. But suddenly I was stuck. I looked at my Word document, I was like, I cannot, the mind cannot think of a short film idea. And suddenly that's it struck something in me, and I suddenly knew what I wanted more. I wanted more to craft that one quality video which I can be happy with, be satisfied with, even when I just finish writing a script rather than, let's say, comedy, I just write points and okay, let's just do this, haha, yeah. And I think at that point of time, I realized that maybe this is taking a toll in a subconscious way, with the creative mind, right? The more you do something, you get better at that something, but you lose that something else which you stop sharpening. So there was a great quote, a great line from True Detective, the series. If you've not watched it, is one of my favorite. And he says life is so short to be good at even one thing. So that one just stuck, right? So even one thing to be good at in life is so hard. And I then just decided I'm more like a just jump the ship guy, as you realize. Like, oh, I got this idea, let's jump. I got this idea, let's jump. But and I also I browsed through my channel and I realized how the audience shifted. With short films, we appealed to this market where that people wanna watch short films. And when I introduced this space where it's comedy, we gained this new group of people, which I'm thankful for, right? But when we created this content, the old audience just left.
Right.
Maybe
Right.
like 10% stuck around, but we lost that group from the long distance relationship. We lost them, right? And growing that, we sort of garnered more local audiences because of the accent, because of the comedy and whatnot. But I wish if I could turn back time, I think I'm stealing your questions, Nina. If I could, yeah,
It's okay.
I would definitely like separate the content. I wouldn't say like I wouldn't jump in comedy at all, because I feel everything we have done so far sort of put us somewhere, right? There's every detail counts. So what I wish that if like there's YouTube guidance now, they would advise like be consistent, not just with upload schedule, but with content. So that is one lesson that I had to learn the hard way. Yeah. So now wanting to go back to my root of creating short films, I've lost that audience. So when we upload short films again, the response less, and there will be comments like, "Hey, we wanna see the funny, the comedy stuff, and so on and so forth," which I don't hate them for, because we've been feeding the audience that, right? Yeah. So and diving more into the craft of film and finding love for it even more, because like there was a pitching session in Singapore, I think 2016, with there was Disney involved and stuff. And
is this Maker Studio?
Yeah, Maker Studio.
Okay, I think I love that short film, by the way.
Thank you. It's called The Last Seven. It's on the YouTube channel. Yeah. So they funded it.
You previewed it at our event, remember?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you have the chance, please make sure Popcorn AI, you can put the link here so you guys can check out that short film. It's amazing. I would love it to be a series. I think it's freaking awesome. You guys have to watch. But before I forget, Jared, I think thank you so much for sharing that part of your journey, because I number one, I think you must have to create content week after week. That must have been like crazy amount of stress and stuff like that. And then number two, to actually not be able to write another comedy content because this short film needed to be born. I'm like, wow, I'm so glad you're the jump ship kind of person, because otherwise we would not have gotten such great short films from you, because it really does impact Malaysia, I think. So thank you for doing that. Yeah.
Try my best. Yeah.
I think you do it so flawlessly. You're a fantastic filmmaker, and I think all Malaysians should watch your stuff, because like even the one just now, I was like, oh my god, that was so beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah.
I mean, do you have anything to add?
No, I think the lesson that I got here is that stay true to your pillar, lah.
Yeah.
Which is like
but
I'm curious to know what was it that causes you to want to do comedy in the first place? Was there a pressure to do that? Was it because I'm not getting the view counts? I'm just curious to know.
Yeah.
What
so,
gets you to go? Of course.
Like I would be lying if I said I wasn't after numbers specifically, but it was a mix. There was the want to keep the audience. There was maybe we could garner more views through comedy, because comedy is a thing and was a thing, is always a thing, comedy. And thirdly, I would do it if I didn't find even a bit of passion in me for comedy. Growing up with Stephen Chow,
comedy. Yeah.
guys, like he's like the comedy god, right? Like
Yes.
even way before Jim Carrey was around. Stephen Chow has been an idol since I was a kid. So he was the reference to the comedy that I wrote, the out of this world and super random humor, which I thought was very niche, but somehow it worked with some market. Yeah. So there was that. The experimentation also came from the heart to some extent, not a complete sellout move lah. Yeah.
Okay.
I personally, I think comedy and short film is both you. I'm just wondering, had you started with both kind of equal footing and fairly, do you think the audience would have been trained to kind of embrace both sides? Because yes, we get a lot of viewers from comedy, and it's the age old film, commercial film and art film. Art film nobody watches, but those are the ones that win Academy Awards, right? But once you get the ones watching all the comedy, then maybe they might watch art film, So to me, I think it's perfect. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it's finding the right mix or to balance it out. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I just want to know a little bit more, because you said that your Stephen Chow is one of your inspiration. Who else is your inspiration when it comes to creating stuff?
Creating stuff, man. There's so many now. There's so many gods out there. There's David Fincher, there's Wes Anderson, there's Nolan, which everyone now everyone knows, and even I think locally we have Quack, and we have very talented filmmakers around who just don't get like the exposure that they truly deserve. Yeah.
You talking about you, right?
No lah.
No. I think it should be.
Nah, I'm still sharpening my craft.
Okay.
So I'm curious to know, with all of this, because I think I'm going through this stage as well, with all of this inspiration that you have.
Yeah.
How do you decide your own style? Because sometimes when we do stuff, right, there are times that we want to copy this guy and we want to copy this guy. At the end of the day, we started to become like them.
Yes.
How do you stay true to who you are and what you do?
Yeah. So I feel when you're starting out, especially, do not ever be afraid to copy, and do not ever be afraid, even if you don't start out anymore, and if you take references, do not ever be shy, afraid, or be too prideful to say like, oh, this scene, I referenced this movie in this particular scene. Because if we don't learn from the best, or we don't learn from these people that we look up to, how do we go past them, right? If you create your own style, it's always starting somewhere. Even the most famous directors nowadays in Hollywood, they admit like they started out somewhere. They started out copying someone. Like Wes Anderson straight up say like, it's Star Wars, like, and most of them say the same thing. It's that, all right? And through this journey, I guess it's writing it and picking out the points that you love when you watch something. Like for me, say I like on a surface level, I like a plot twist a lot. And if we had to take a reference, let's say Black Mirror, because I like dark theme stuff. I like when they tackle certain social issues through technology. And Black Mirror is basically just a creation that's, if you had to use the word copy, Twilight Zone. So it's that medium, right? Just that they switch things up. And now Black Mirror becomes a thing, and the newer generation knows it more than Twilight Zone, even though there's a new Twilight Zone, which is equally awesome as well. There's a book called Stealing Like an Artist. So, Steal Like an Artist. So, it's not a crime. It's hard to be original these days. It's finding your mix and mash, and be honest with yourself when you write something. Did you really copy and paste, or did you get inspired and try to do things the way that you do, but inspired from this guy? Yeah.
You're muted, Nina.
You are mute. unless that's sign language.
I
No,
know.
because I think my grandma's talking to the cat, so I thought I'll mute myself.
Yeah.
I thought that is so good because Amin and me need to start creating our own content now. So I'm kind of soul searching and for the longest time, by the way. And thank you. I think that really helps make me feel not so bad that it's okay to copy at the start and be okay with it. Be honest with it, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. And
Don't
I think
hide. Yeah.
and I think it's like if I were to create content and somebody copies me, I guess it will be flattery at its best because wow, you actually like my content and you want to be me. Oh, cute, sort of thing. I think lah. What do you think?
Just don't copy and
I think
paste.
so too.
Yeah lah,
Yeah.
that sort of
Right.
thing.
I'm gonna be
Fine.
yeah. By the way, there's a question from Faisal. You want to put that one up?
Wait. First, I think
Wait
we
first.
better put popcorn. This is Pankaj from India. Hey, thanks for watching. I think popcorn AI is quite creative and fun. Is she in awe? In too much awe today because popcorn AI is like quiet. I think popcorn AI is listening to what you're saying, kind of thing. Popcorn AI answered. Popcorn AI thinks copycatting is cool because you can still add your own flavors to it. Telling you, popcorn AI. Okay, Faisal. Let's go to Faisal's question.
Let's go to Faisal's question because I think this is also a question that I'm quite interested to know.
Yeah.
Based on your observation, what people love to see on YouTube right now, and how
What
long
do
they want
people
to
love?
spend time. Yeah.
Yeah. What do people love to
Yeah.
see on YouTube right now, and how long do they spend time to see it? YouTube.
Yeah.
viewers.
I also have a follow-up question after this. So let's just answer this one first. Yeah.
Okay. I think that this is a very, very vague question in terms of what people love to see on YouTube right now. Like if you have to search, let's say in terms of stats, it will be music videos, right? Because there's reason behind it because people just put it on loop because they sometimes don't go on Spotify for some reason and just loop it on on YouTube, and that's why they get more views than usual. But I have personally been seeing a lot of prank videos, stage prank videos even, and I do not agree with stage prank videos personally. I mean, it gets a lot of views, but I don't agree with them because you are sort of lying to your audience. I know that when you shoot a short film, it's not real as well, but I do not try. Yeah, I mean, like it's scripted, right? But it's clear that it's scripted. But but prank videos sometimes comes off as I'm trying my best to tell you that this is real, but actually it's all scripted, and yeah, I don't like that. And how long they want to spend time to see it. Before MCO, before COVID, the duration got shorter and shorter and shorter. But funnily enough, I was having this discussion with a client from Grab, and he said like actually thanks to MCO, people have been building tolerance for longer content. There's been a want because and then you want to watch stuff and the patience has grown. So there is a market for long form on YouTube. If I had to break it down, I think people go to YouTube for long form, right? And on Facebook and Instagram shorter.
Definitely, I agree with you because we also interviewed Sujini, who's a Facebook influencer. He started with Facebook and then he went to YouTube, and then the audience on YouTube were actually telling me, "Yeah, why so short? We want long," kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it's a different sort of audience. Yeah. Your follow-up question, I mean?
Yeah, my follow-up question: how different is the audience nine years ago compared to the audience now? Based on your observation, based on your experience, what do you think about this?
The difference in terms of audience, I guess the difference is we grew up in a sort of different environment now. Like we've got audience which grew up with a smartphone and who is exposed to so much content and knowledge. And I personally and the group, I think the group of people that's my age, I only heard the 4-letter word when I was 12 years old. When I was 12, like when I was going to high school, picking up my baby brother from school, I hear 7-year-olds cussing loudly at each other in primary. So I think the mindset is like totally different now. The audience for YouTube, if I had to compare, but for our channel, it's unfair for me to say, because we, guilty confession, we have not been consistent in terms of upload, because ever since we chose the short film route, we can't like promise you even once a month, which we actually can if we like go all out. But man,
It's a lot of
now,
effort.
Yeah.
the goal is to push up at least once a year. I know that is very long time, but passion project wise, we always take out a chunk of our money and burn it and hopefully make something that we are proud of.
Okay, I want you guys to listen to that. It's a passion project for them to do content. So when they do, they actually take out their own money to do it. So please support them, okay? Popcorn AI need your help. Put the links for
Yes,
Jared and
please
Grim Film
support.
right now. And everybody else, please subscribe to it, yeah? Which might actually help us go into the myth and truth about YouTubers, right? But before we go into that, Popcorn AI wants to say that Popcorn AI loves watching mukbang because AI can't eat like humans. Okay? That's what Popcorn AI is saying. Okay, right. So myth and truth. Before we go into the next round of questions, myth and truth. We're doing this because there seems to be a lot of misconception about YouTubers, or there's a myth rather. So myth number one. If I'm gonna say all the myth, and then you're gonna debunk it whether it's true or not. Okay. So myth number
Okay.
one. YouTubers make all their money from views. Is that true?
No, me.
Where do you make money from?
I still take from my mom.
I like that.
Thank you, mom, for this sofa and this house. Don't be a YouTuber.
Oh my god, all these kids. Okay. But
Yeah. So we have to do branded content to survive.
Okay.
We still earn more from brands. So we have brands come in sometime and they want you to create a certain. Let's say we branded ourselves as a short film kind of YouTube channel, right? So a brand will come in and say like, "Hey Jared, I want you to do a short film for my product. It can be," and I say, if it's going to be on my channel, I am going to have a lot of say in it. So if you are open to that, I am open to talk about this project that we can collaborate on. If it's not on my YouTube channel, and if it's on your social media, I am open to hard selling more. Yeah, so that's my stand
Okay.
on creating content on YouTube. But our main source of income for the company, for Green Film, is from brands. Yeah.
Okay, got it. So myth number two, you get paid based on subscriber number.
For me,
Okay.
even the first one for me, because we have YouTubers who are raking in real money, real dough. Yeah, they've got like, let's say you've got millions of subscribers and you get a consistent millions of views per video. And when we are talking maybe 10 million. And I know we have a Malaysian YouTuber, not just I think a few, who are living fully without brands coming on board. They are fully surviving just on views alone.
Okay.
Wow.
So it's actually views and not subscribers.
Not subscribers, views.
Okay, got it. Okay. So myth number three, you need huge numbers to be successful in this industry. Myth or truth?
You need huge numbers to be successful in this industry. Myth and truth.
Oh, so both lah.
Myth, just like, if specifically just on YouTube platform and you claim to be successful, you need the go button or the diamond button and so on and so forth. So you need the numbers, right? Yeah, it really depends on your definition of success. So if success to you is getting to have food for 9 years and still sort of create content, do what you love.
Mhm.
And yeah, you don't, and that is a myth. Like, I'm here with not millions of views per video, and I have to rely on brands to feed me. Brands, please feed me. And and yeah, so myth and truth.
Got it. Okay. And myth number 4, influencers do everything themselves. Myth or truth?
Mix again.
Mix.
Well, I know a lot of influencers, YouTubers, content creators who solo their way,
Mhm.
and I respect them for that. And even 10 years in, they're still like
Doing
no
it.
clue. Yeah, just
Wow.
themselves. I'm like, hey, power lah you know.
Mm.
And it's good because you have no overheads, right? You don't have to go to sleep every night thinking like, oh man, can I afford this team? Can I think of all these things? Yeah, and you have people like me who definitely need a crew, because if I tried soloing and I was hospitalized, so
Oh,
Brad,
okay.
the job.
Okay.
Wow.
Right. So I guess it depends on the YouTuber, right? On the influencers and what they want to do and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. But I would say when we first start, maybe it's solo, kind of thing. All right. Now, next question, because I want to connect content creation to business. So you are now a YouTuber, a business owner, if you like, with all these amazing views and amazing content. It clearly supports your business as a production company. But what if I'm a business owner of, say, an SME company? Can I still use YouTube to create content to get similar results? What do you think?
I think it's not even a question for today anymore, that every company must have not just YouTube but all social media platforms if you can.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's already part and partial of what makes a company nowadays. It's online, and everyone's here, and the way you create content is the only things that people would see about you. It's no more just a signage on the store or your office or what. It doesn't say anything, or your website. Then how do people get to your website? You still need social media. Yeah.
Correct. Okay. Popcorn AI is saying hello, Jared's cat. She's tuning in for this. So cute. Vyasa is in. Vyasa saying hi, guys. Good to be
Hi,
here.
Vyasa.
Hey, Vyasa. Okay. So, what is it that businesses don't get about content creation, or still don't get? Does it really? What sort of content can they make? Because I'm a business. I'm not a short film guy. What is it that they don't get that you understand the power of these social media platforms?
I think the first and foremost, like even before thinking of content, like, oh no, like how do I make a video, or how do I take a picture, or should I do like a promo? All these are like different kinds of content, right? But you must first think of the voice of your company. And I think our best case study in recent times is GSC. So look at their Facebook. They gave it a personality during MCO. It worked out so well for them. And I am very happy that it did, because the cinemas are taking a huge hit right now.
Correct.
And at least they have another way to get revenue to survive, because their t-shirts selling great. They've come up with hot selling words like hello cannot, and became viral, and all these things. So it's giving the right voice to your brand. I know, like some brands would say like, no, but our brands can't do all this personality because it might come off too unprofessional, or all these things. But there is always a way to find a voice that suits the brand. Yeah. So
Okay.
first and foremost that.
Okay, got it. I think that's so true because what people always forget is social media is not traditional media. Traditional media is one way, where social media is two ways, where you communicate and people communicate back to you. So the other thing is different brands have different voices. You can't be like GST, but you can be like your own brand, so which you can custom and create for yourself, right? And they
Yeah.
always
Yeah.
think that, oh, if I'm gonna create content, I need to be like Grim Film. Mana boleh, you have to be like yourself, right?
You have to
Kind of
be
thing.
better than green film.
Oh my god, that's why we hire Grim Film, right? Okay.
Please.
Okay, so let's get straight to business then. To answer the question of this episode, what does it take to be successful on YouTube? What do I need to do? Because me and Amin still suck at it.
It's it's like the toughest question of all time.
Summarize.
It's hard. I think you should ask another YouTuber who's really successful. I think ultimately, whether to SMEs who's here just to or business owners who think like, oh, I want to use YouTube as a platform. How do I go about it? I say like, now we have so many platforms, right? And I think I told Nina earlier to never just stick to one, just because you feel familiar with it. And that's how the whole wave started actually way back, because people say, oh, what's this new YouTube thing? Like, it's for the new age and millennials and so on and so forth, and judge it. Just like how many people are judging TikTok right now.
Yeah.
Right? And it's blowing up. So if you don't jump on the ship, it's gonna go, and that's it. So I would say look at all the platforms, including TikTok, and each platform has a different ratio, which means the size of the video, let's say you want to upload, is different. So the content can be the same, and think of a way for it to be uploadable to all platforms. So you don't have to like, I gotta shoot my YouTube video today, my TikTok video tomorrow, my Instagram video. You're gonna burn out. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
So basically, don't just focus on one, focus on a few, because we need to be everywhere. Because different people are different places, right?
Yes,
Kind of thing.
but
Okay.
I think I didn't answer the question. But
You got an answer for it, nah?
yeah, but like the whole show just now is about consistency. It's about taking that first step. It's about finding out what your brand's voice is. If you're a business, if you are just a startup content creator and you want to create content, what kind of content speaks to you? Like I've shared earlier, just find that. Don't go do a content because you see like, oh, it has a lot of views on YouTube, I should make like a content like that. Yeah, that's not the way. Just be you and do what you like. And if you like prank videos, find a better way to do prank videos.
And
Yeah.
not fake prank videos. Got it.
Yes,
Yeah.
don't fake
Jared,
it and don't hurt anyone.
I love this. These are all
Yeah.
point forms which you summarize very, very well. Just to share with you guys, one of the reasons, you know what? I have to say, thanks to you, Jared, and the others that we interviewed, we now have a set of commandments at Popcorn. The first one is what this show is called, Just Langgar. And it stands to you guys because you guys basically thought us, yeah, we didn't know what we were doing, but we just langgar lah. We learn as we go. So we're like, huh? Mind blowing. Kind of
But
thing.
look at other people's langgar first. Like, oh, okay, don't do
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Then you langgar your own thing.
Yeah, because there's so many people doing it, so you can learn from other people's langgar lah. And then
Yeah,
do
correct.
first thing later. That's to stop us from overthinking and gila gadget syndrome lah.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Okay. So if I'm starting out as a business and I'm game for this content creation, what are some things I need to be aware of before I start creating content? Is there like a mindset I need to have?
So I always tell friends who want to start creating content that about the loop that I mentioned earlier, to be chasing after upload dates. So consistency is key, right? And you don't want to be stuck in that loop, because any content that's not uploaded is new content. You may feel bored or tired of the content because you edit the video like 10,000 hours and you've seen it a million times, but the world has not seen it. So hold on to it. Don't feel like you need to be patient and create more enough. So in once you got content to upload, that's one advice that I give like new creators, because once you launch, and if it gets views, you're in that role already. You need to keep coming up with stuff, and the last thing you want is to like, oh man, this week I got no idea how. Yeah.
Right. So basically, think of yourself like a production company where you put all your episodes ready and then slowly, and then you go.
Yeah.
create the
You
result.
now have your own TV station. You are the TV
Yes.
station.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, it is. It's a freaking TV station, isn't it?
Yeah,
And you don't just have one; you have 5. You got
Yeah.
Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube.
Yeah.
Everything.
You don't want to tune in to the brand new Power Rangers or Nickelodeon, SpongeBob, whatever, and miss the episode because the artist say like, "Hey, this week no idea, lah, guys. Like, just come back next week. Maybe I have a new episode for you all."
Maybe. Maybe.
Yeah. So you don't want to.
I will tell you what happened. I'll be, this content creator got angin one. Sometimes got episodes, sometimes don't have. So see lah when I come back.
Yeah, that's why.
Okay. Now I have a question. What are the biggest? I don't know if you covered it. If we did, we'll go on to the next. But what are the biggest mistakes most people do when they first start? I think you did sort of cover it, a lot of it, right? Haha.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So don't need,
yeah, sure. Let's skip.
Let's skip that. Okay, wait. Asha is here. Hi, Asha Gill. She's saying hello. Lots of work. Yes, it's a lot of work.
Hey.
Hey. You should get Asha in one of your shows as well. Faisal is asking, is it worth it to pay for YouTube ads? Normally ads before people can see the video they want to see. Do you actually pay for ads for your show? I mean, for your show?
I don't, but I know brands do, because they've got a certain product to sell that certain season. For example, one of our regular clients, Uniqlo, and they constantly have new products. So I would say in today's world of advertising, I feel that I always advise my clients to have that budget parked aside for media buy. So media buy being putting it on YouTube, putting it on websites, putting it on Facebook, boosting the particular content that you want to boost. And through boosting it on Facebook, it actually links to the Instagram account that you're linked in. So your LinkedIn. So if you actually pay once and you get both platforms.
Right.
Do I recommend it? I do. If you are selling your product and you want some eyeballs, nowadays it's like that. Because
you have to, right? Because it's so competitive.
Thank you, our social media algorithm. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I agree with you. Especially now, it's so hard to stand up. Hey, and that's the cat. So cute. Okay. Let's talk about content creation. How do you come up with ideas, especially if you have a deadline? Do you have any advice?
Yeah.
Exactly. I need to plug.
Yeah, we would like to know what's your idea generation process like.
Strategy.
Yeah.
I think this is something that we really need to practice. Like I said, that time when we were chasing, I know that you guys will feel like, there got such thing as practicing coming out with ideas, right? It seems so far and so
like,
impossible. Like, how do you practice it? The only practice is trying to think of ideas. So if you constantly try to think of ideas, and when an idea comes, always remember to jot it down. Because if you don't, and it slips away, and then you try to remember the idea that, hey, I had a good idea, it's no longer there. So I had moments where I forced myself out of bed just to write down ideas when it comes. And so in case I need it, and every time I go into a pitch and I don't get the job, I do not delete my pitch deck. I put it in a folder where I put all my ideas which the world don't want, but suddenly somewhere in the future someone wants. Yeah.
It's an idea bank.
So you never know. It may come in handy during last minute deadlines. And sometimes when you practice chasing after deadlines long enough, your brain needs deadlines to come up with ideas. So it becomes reverse. So you train you trick your brain. Speaking of that, I'm like yeah, I'm in the midst of trying to come up with ideas also lah. Just start.
Wow. Okay. Got it. Okay. So, now let's talk about content. Do you know if it's going to go viral? Do you have a formula for it?
I do, because I'm God.
I love how you answered that. Okay,
Yeah.
God, then tell us, what is the
Teacher.
secret? Tell me the secret,
I
God.
know viral. I am Tuhan. Sure. Popcorn next t-shirt.
Yeah, Ken.
Yeah, so you cannot predict or prophesy the viralness of a certain content. But what you can do is, if really being viral is your only goal, it's like, guys, I don't want anything else in this world except getting viral. I want to be famous. I don't want to show my cleavage for followers anymore. You know?
Okay.
Girls, it's like, stop it. Stop showing cleavage for followers. Yeah, so
Well, they can go to OnlyFans for that.
my only fan.
Your only fan, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you cannot prophesy or predict, but what you can do is take out elements of why and case study a viral video. There is
Okay.
the element of relatability,
Okay.
current themes,
Mm-hmm.
like
Trending things.
yeah, and
Okay.
entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just like throwing shit out. So
But it does work. So it's basically
yeah, so
relatability,
because
entertainment,
yeah,
and what is trending at that time, like
and-
Emily
yeah.
in Paris,
Yeah.
Emily in Selangor,
or
the water.
politics or Trump or and to hit all these points, and you need to upload it as soon as you can, because if you upload it later, maybe the election's over and no one cares about Trump anymore. I don't know if we should be talking politics, but that is like the most recent thing.
Wait. Yeah, now I have a question because of this. So the question is this. So now you got an idea, and then you need to produce something that needs to come out like tomorrow because you're trying to leverage on the trending topic, right?
Yes.
So tell me
You
the
want to be
process
viral?
of Tell me the process of actually producing something fast. What do you do actually?
Just pick up the camera, shoot. You need to actually put down the point. So I think the best example was way back during our election period, and Danku Productions. I remember this is like so many years ago. Gosh, so and our famous friend. Can I say the name?
Ben.
When he did the whole blackout move on the vote counts.
Right.
Yeah, so the people were so angry, right? And Danku was so angry, it fueled his rush to do this video right away. I think he did it within, I don't know, 1-2 hours.
Wow.
Talking to him about it, and then he uploaded it right away. And it went like it flew. Yeah, because it was so relatable, and he found a comedy angle to the whole thing. He didn't like shoot directly at the politician, but he did a comedy skit, a mixture of, hey, why got so much toilet roll? Then blackout. Then like, hey, no more toilet roll. Hey, magic. He was just like, making fun of the situation.
Okay. So I guess what's really great about that is you're using that energy, whether you're angry or you're whatnot. I mean, it's great for this. You use it and channel it towards something that you can benefit from. Like in this sense, it was a video. Benjamin Fu is saying, "Hi, Benjamin." He remembers that video.
Hi, Benjamin. Yeah, he's the one who told me that the tolerance for longer content has grown after MCO.
Right. Okay, cool. Annalisa is asking, she normally skips like 3 to 5 seconds if the ads play as a whole. She doesn't pay attention. So is it still really worth it to pay? I have my opinion on it, but you would know better with your clients. So is it still worth it?
Yeah, so the trick now is I have gotten a few briefs from clients where, hey, let's make the skippable ad, compress the information within the first 3 seconds. So even if people skip it, they already absorb it. So
Yeah.
you have all these briefs, and honestly, as annoying as the ads are, I found myself sitting through some when they really relate to what I want. Uh, I think this is a social dilemma moment if you guys watch it on Netflix.
Mhm.
And or something that I felt like, oh, this was shot really nice because I appreciate these things, and I just stay through it and see what's it all about. But I can't speak for the mass, and it's definitely something that's annoying. But I guess if you are paying for it, if you are buying a 3 to 5 second ad, you have to think about the content as well, not just
Mm.
about buying the ad.
Mhm. I absolutely agree with you because people's attention are so short anyway. And then before it's skippable, you might as well make that content. And I see some ads which actually are able to complete the ad within I don't know how many
Yeah,
seconds it is now.
yeah, dude,
So I'm
yeah.
like, yo, impressed, kind of thing lah. Okay.
Yeah,
Do
I
you?
always stress.
Yeah.
Sorry, I always stress on, even though it's a commercial, I always stress on putting entertainment in it because in today's world, I
Mhm.
think that no matter how much hard sell you want to sell, you want people to watch it, right? So if there's no entertainment value, why would people watch it?
Okay, absolutely. Okay, now let's talk about the challenge when it comes to creating content. I think from what you shared before, especially you ended up in the hospital. Time is definitely in trying to do everything is can be super overwhelming, especially if I'm like a business owner. I have to run this, I have to run that. Um, is there a way to manage or what do you suggest in terms of content creation,
Um,
managing time and
yeah,
being able to be consistent?
managing time is definitely key. I mean, this advice has been passed down since we were in school, right? Like always manage time, always follow timetable. But
What's so hard when it comes to
it's so
content
hard to
creation, right?
apply. Yeah, so hard to
Uh-huh.
apply, especially in the real world when you've grown up and you manage your own time. And I think first of all, if we speak mentally, right, when you have a surge of work pouring in, and at the same time you have this passion project, and then you have family matters and personal issues to mix with, it can be very overwhelming, even if you put it down on the timetable. Because as humans, we look at whatever that is in front of us, and then we get overwhelmed. So I have trained myself to look at what's next. I feel like that works for me. Maybe not for everyone, but it works for me to see what's next rather than think about, oh man, I've got 15 scripts to rush this month. How am I going to manage? I just think like, okay, the first and foremost script that is due, I focus on that first, and then worry about editing the next one and the next one and the next one. Uh, Being burnt out physically is a real thing, guys. Though even though you feel like I'm very passionate, my passion will overcome everything, all the problems. No, you need all the help that you can get. If you can afford help, get help. If you can't afford help, pace yourself. Don't take in overboard of projects.
Mhm.
Just
Um,
yeah.
uh, no, because I think social media burnout is super real, and I think a lot of people don't realize it. Did you
Yeah,
realize you were burned out
I did at
Mm.
one point. Like
when you were in hospital, or even way before that? Just wondering.
I
Sorry.
I think the whole hospital moment was just me taking on too much project, and I thought like I could handle it. And then, sorry, just sharing some stories, and there
No,
was just a
good.
blackout during lunch break, and then I realized, oh, I need help, and then yeah, but
Okay.
but yeah, that's just overworking, I think, and
Mhm.
social media burnout is a whole other game where yeah, if you really chase after uploading content and you want it to be active, you want to see your likes and you want to see your followers comment and all these things, it really gets overwhelming. And it has been proven, I mean, not officially by the right bodies, but social media has caused depression for a lot of teens, especially. So we've got that as well. And I know it's very hard to put the phone down. It's very hard to not see the screen at least once a day. I mean, once a day is like even stretching it. It's like Hari Raya Puasa already. But like I took time off with my wife, and we said like, okay, let's take time off. Let's go somewhere, and this is like no technology trip. The only time we hold the phone was to book transport or food. Yeah.
Right.
So I feel after that, coming out of that, there was this clarity lah. And it really helped.
How
it's not easy.
long? Yeah. How long did you guys put yourself in social media jail?
It's not just social media. No, it's like no tech. We were like reading books and
wow. How long did you guys put yourself time out?
We were out like 5 days.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. So and now, how has it impacted you?
Yeah. Now and after that, I feel like that I don't feel the need to keep switching on anymore. And I despise. There was one morning where I woke up. I just found it disgusting. I don't know why. To first look at social media, being the first activity of my day. That I found disgusting. It just hit me like, what am I doing? You know, why am I on Facebook or why am I on Instagram? The first thing of the day. Why? Like I was angry at myself.
Right.
Yeah. So I said like, okay, at least leave the start of the day to yourself. You can be in deep thought about what's your day gonna be, but go have breakfast and whatever. Then after that, you are check on stuff. Yeah.
Okay. I'm a whole advocate for taking care of ourselves, because I think social media can be very draining. So whenever, like our students especially, I think if you need to take care of yourself, just get off, because it can be super overwhelming. I mean, do you have anything to add?
I think for someone who is just starting, and also there's also the pressure of trying to compete with the rest, right? And then you keep producing, and then after that you kind of forget what you're doing. It can be a burnout for everyone.
And I think nowhere do we have a lot of generation of people who are depressed because of social media. It's huge. The number is just huge.
Yeah.
That's something else.
And apparently the term FOMO has been coined official in the UK, because that is based on studies, the main cause of depression for mostly teenage girls on social media.
I think it's even more. I think it's always been there. It's just that on social media, it's just expanded it tenfold. Because when we were younger, it was magazines. We didn't have social media. You're constantly comparing to magazine, and you're not on magazines like 30s.
You don't see your peers being celebrated for being beautiful or having that impossible curve.
Right.
And we won't know if your friend gets invited to the party and you didn't get invited. You don't know. Like it's party lah. But now they post, and then you feel even lonelier, and you get that pressure.
It was very different last time, because for you to buy a magazine, that costs money, right? But now everything is free.
Now everything's free, and then you see, and then the best thing is there's this Photoshop thing, which is crazy, and you look at it and you think it's real. The bodies look like just proportion to the max, but you're still like, oh my god, why don't I look like that? And another thing is, people don't put their bad stuff on social media. They only put their fabulous stuff, right?
Everything must be perfect on social media.
I mean, it doesn't make sense to share bad stuff, right? So So anyway, so social media burnout is real. Toxic.
It is very real.
Take care of yourself.
How do you manage to overcome this for you personally? What are some of the advice that you can actually give to us?
Okay.
Because you've gone through this. Besides the 5 days.
Yeah, yeah.
What
Besides the
else did you
5
do?
days,
Yeah.
besides taking a break from it, I think taking a break from it is very good. Like I know it's impossible. You say like, oh yo, but I got work, I need to reply WhatsApp, I need to do this. Like, sure. I mean, sure, but like you can set like a time for it every day. You can do Instagram. Maybe start with 3 hours, then slowly cut down. You know, you have apps that you don't need to live on to survive. You can cut down on those slowly, but I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying social media is a bad thing. It's definitely a platform with a lot of opportunities and advantages if used correctly. But use it moderately, like everything else. Anything in excess is bad. So, yeah. And I actually just spoke to the founder of this app called Thoughtful. I think she just started this and is very great because she just launched it in May. It's called Thoughtful, and it's about mental health, and going into that whole depression thing is part of it. You know, I feel the Malaysian market has yet to acknowledge that mental health is a real issue. So, and the founder, who is Malaysian and now based in Singapore, she said that she's so sad and sad that Malaysia is so backwards in terms of this knowledge, right? So she launched this app, and I know coming from this part of the world, we are more conservative, we are more shy, especially men who think that if you talk about your feelings, you're weak. You know, you have this mentality. That's why all our fathers are more quiet. So you have this app where you can be anonymous and you can have a professional therapist counselor talk to you, and you can talk about your feelings and not feel shy about it. And if you want to reveal more about yourself, you feel like you need more personal consultation, they actually can set up video calls and all these things through these things. So I think it's great, and I think we need to be more educated on this subject lah. I mean today is for YouTube, but this is the dark side of the whole platform.
That nobody talks about, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
We always talk about the good things, but the side effect that we don't actually talk about is this, and it has put a lot of people in stress without realizing it. And somehow I think being Asians, we don't have very good boundaries. We work until night. We accept WhatsApp and calls. Whereas with Western colleagues of mine, it's like after 5, no, don't call me. I ain't talking to you until next morning. So we need to. It's actually healthy to have all these healthy boundaries. So if you need it, make a stand for it, I guess, right?
Yeah, especially with the work from home situation, it's gonna be harder.
It's harder, right? Okay. Muhammad.
So I have another question. Yeah, sorry. I have another question, right? So now I'm gonna so Muhammad, a balance of being active remove me from my device daily, at least a few hours of being disconnected. That's a good advice.
Yeah,
That's
that's
a
a
good
very
one.
good one.
Exercising is a big plus to the mind, to the health of the mind. Yeah.
I have a question though. Now we've talked about the dark side of social media, but now 9 years in the game, what are some of the good sides that you've gotten from being a YouTuber yourself?
In the long run.
In the long run, yeah. Yeah.
It's
So what is
all
good
a
stuff that
lie,
you say?
guys. It's all a lie. God, I'm just really, 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 really thankful, and that I could like still come up with ideas every day that I love and see it on screen. Like that has always been my definition of success. That's all. Like if I can see what I imagine on screen, and that's it. That's what I want. And it's a big plus if the audience get the takeaway that I want them to take away. Like, I mean, I didn't start out thinking like I want to make this video because I tackle certain social issue, but like 4 years back I met a lady who's from YouTube Originals and from UK, and she said like, Jared, have a think about it. Everything you create it's important to have a social issue that you tackle. Like she asked me, so the last 7th grade, but what are you trying to? What's the message? You know, is it human connection? Is it this? Is it that? have a think about it, because it's very important on this journey that you are on and this direction that you are embarked on and going. So I took that with me and I dove deeper, and suddenly I saw behind all the great films that I love that there is
A social message.
there is something. And if not for just, oh, this movie very sad, so I cry, it's not just that. You want, even if it's 0.0001%, you want to make that small little change in this world.
Yeah, true. Wow. Yeah, which is why we love your short film. So thank you. Now I understood why. Okay, hang on. So if that's the case, why did you say it was important to leave a social message? Just wondering.
So is to speak more than just entertainment, right? Entertainment is the platform, and entertainment is the hook. And if you could entertain people and at the same time educate them about something that the world needs, that's the perfect creation right there. That's what art is all about, right?
Yes, spot on.
It's not just about you becoming famous, sitting business flights and going to Hawaii or something.
Okay, question. The film that we showed, the one that got away. What was the message for that one? I'm just curious.
So that's quite on hindsight, like it's about loss and the yearn for that something that you've always missed, but given human nature, we always appreciate things only when they're gone. So I feel like it's something that I had in my back pocket way back, the one that got away. And it's always been a dream to mix the medium between animation and live action. So thanks to Unico who believed in the project, and Dino Hull who did a great job on the animation, and Jason Chan who led the design of the characters. So behind that short, which the music and all was part of the entertainment as well.
The music was amazing, by the way. I thought it was like spot on.
Kudos to Nick Davis, my go-to guy for really emotional music.
Okay, got it. Okay. I do have one question. 7. What was the message behind that one? Because I love that one.
So 7 was sort of the work that sparked the whole teaching on you need to have a message in what you create, right? So I looked at it and I was sure there was something, but it wasn't written with the intent of it. So you have human connection, you have family, you have regrets, you have the soul searching, and you've got these few other stuff. And I tackle a bit on the superstitions about being Asian. There's so much superstitions, right? And some I feel we can live without, and the world will be a better place. But so there is always something more behind everything. So if I could add one last thing on the whole film writing thing, I feel a good film is when you can question the director's choice of anything that happens on screen and it answers, then that's a good film.
Oh, okay, got it.
Actually, can I go back because I think there's a question from Asha.
Sure.
Question or a statement?
It's actually a question.
Where?
Jared, what does I saw
sorry,
it on Facebook.
Asha, I missed you.
Jared, what does your typical day look like, and what do you eat? Curious about your daily schedule or creating and doing.
He's asking Shireen lah.
Huh?
Creating my what?
No, she actually asked Jared. He actually asked again. Jared, what does your typical day look like?
Okay.
What's my typical day look like? Typical day. Okay, let's bring him in. I wake up and I make sure I'm not on social media, and I've got 4 cats surrounding me, so I make sure I pet them all 4 on the forehead. Okay, ciao. And if I have to go into details, I turn on my coffee machine, I boil hot water, I drink more water in the morning because it makes me feel like someone hugged me from the inside, and then I'm ready for my day. And then coffee is like the petrol, so I know, okay, the internal car's engine can go. And then I sit down, and after having my breakfast, food is very important. And then only you're on a brighter mood, if not bad mood. So I think there was a question what I eat, right? I'm okay. Even the simplest thing like toast. I love my toast with a lot of butter and just a tinge of raspberry jam.
Yo, so detailed.
You like mix the butter like that, right? Until it's pink on the toast. And you must eat it warm. Like it's the best thing, lah. And then you sip on your coffee. Like that's a perfect day, perfect start. Then you get into your emails. You look into the ideas that I need to complete and so on.
Okay, got it. I've got a couple of last questions before we go into rapid fire. So if you guys have any questions, please let us know. There's also the link of watch the last 7 there.
Yeah, I also have a question as well. You go first, and then I ask for it. Okay, good.
Okay, what does the future hold? You think in terms of social media or YouTube in content creation? Where do you see opportunities for companies and individuals? How can we best prepare for it?
This is the toughest question of all time.
This is where you're required to be a digital prophet.
Oh man, I feel personally. I mean, I know the whole talk is about YouTube, and I know YouTube has so much great content, and you have. I think most recently, I again going off topic. Most recently, I got into. I really like this Korean mother who does her daily stuff without showing her face, but the shots and the color and the sound and the way she does her house chore is amazing. That's all she does. Like she prep her meal, but she don't even teach you what meal she's prepping. But everything just looks so beautiful and sounds so good. And
what's your channel called?
Oh, it's called Han Green Dal. HAN Green DAL. Yeah.
Okay. Popcorn AI, you can search for it. Let us know.
But I feel there's almost like infinite things that could happen on YouTube in terms of content. But in terms of content itself, just like how I feel, what started the whole online creation is technology becoming easier to access. Like how cameras are now phone. And before phone, it was the DSLR, and it destroyed so many jobs. Like people who like, I memang professional camera film yang besar, and then suddenly there was the digital DSLR, and like if you're stubborn and you don't learn the new stuff, and you get left behind. Same with platforms, right? And I feel what's next is really animation and 3D. In my gut, I feel because through MCO, I've seen so many friends who has no background in art or animation. They have come up. They just like go online, learn, and now you have all the software. Then they come up with all these amazing designs. I feel that's the next step. And man, I don't know if I'll be there to be part of.
What's that? What's that? The cat? Mio-chan, so cute.
This is Sniffles.
Oh, Sniffles! What a cute name.
Yeah, that's Mio-chan's husband.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So they're the one with the 10 kids, which is now 2 more. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Now we know the whole family already. Okay, so Asha is saying the butter has to be as thick as the bread.
Oh,
right?
Asha, janganlah nanti jadi sumo wrestler.
Asha, I don't know if you understood that, but he basically said, don't lah after you'll be as big as a sumo wrestler.
Yeah, but I know the more butter, the better.
Asha is skinny. Yeah. I think no matter how much she eats, she will never be a sumo wrestler. Right? Okay. I mean, what's your question?
Okay, well, question. I'm curious to know because you've been working with some of your clients as well, like Uniqlo and all that, right? This one is basically a question targeted to businesses that who wants to start creating content. If there is any advice that you can give to businesses, I mean, come on, you cannot just focus on just coming up with corporate video, right? There must be a different type of video or content that you can create. So to kickstart something, what would be your advice for this, based on your interaction with your
Email,
clients and all? Yeah.
right. Email hello@thegreenfilm.com and and we'll send a quotation based on the brief.
Good one.
Go ahead.
But yeah, but honestly, you can look at. I always ask my clients, new clients, for references. Like, you can come to me and say like, "Hey, Jared, I want a video for my company and I want to sell pepper." Okay, you can tell me that, but I always say I'll reply back like, "Okay, you want to sell your pepper, but is there a certain video you watch online which you like and you think like, I want to sell my pepper like that on video?" And maybe you can start there. And if you look at the video that you like and you say like, "I cannot do it myself," then call me lor, or call other people who can help you with. If not, go look for videos that you like and you feel like, "Oh, I feel I can copy this," but don't copy until same.
There you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Popcorn AI has also put down the link. Watch what Jared loves to watch, which is the high green dal thing. And then Asha is saying, "Jangan jealous, Jared. More to love."
That is true.
That is true. So have your butter and eat it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. If you guys missed the short film at the start, this is the one to watch. The one that got away. Or you know what? Just subscribe to Jared and the Grim Films YouTube channel, Instagram, and whatnot. Just subscribe. Watch every single freaking thing, okay? You want to do video? Go ahead and PM the P Jared or PM us. We'll get you guys in touch.
Yeah.
Give
Popcorn
business.
is our unofficial manager, but
We're the pimps, yo. You want to talk to Jerry, you come and talk to me. We treat you good. Okay. Right. Moving forward, what are your plans? What is next for Jared and the Grim film? The Grim Reaper?
So we are in the midst of pre-production for a very exciting film.
Wait, when you say film, is short film or like 90 minutes film?
It's short film, but it's our longest short film. It's like 30 minutes. So we are taking a step further. I would say it's our most ambitious film to date. Not just because of the length, but because of the setting. I think I signed the contract somewhere not to reveal too much yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is with a brand, I guess.
It's not a brand. It's
Fiction.
a pure. So there's someone who funded the short film, which we pitched.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we are building sets, and yeah, it's going to be set in the future of KL. So hopefully it turns out as I imagine. It's going to be a tough shoot. So
when are we expecting this to come out, or is it already ready?
no, well, we are shooting next week as we speak.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So you reckon it'll be out roughly when?
I think it should be out in January, but the organizers have not revealed even where it will be shown. So I'll keep you guys updated.
Yes, let us know so we can do a preview with you guys. Asha says she wants a roll, and she and her butter wants a roll.
A roll?
Her butter now.
Oh, you want a roll? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. She's
Sure.
very good. She's very good. Yeah.
Okay, send me your anything, your portfolio, your showreel ke apa.
Oh, okay. Can. Okay, I mean, any other questions? We're gonna go into rapid fire round now.
Let's go to rapid fire. Let's go that.
Okay, you guys have any questions, send to us now. But are you ready, Jared, for the rapid fire? This one you cannot think, you just answer. Okay? Can or not?
Okay, I try my best.
Suddenly my version of Siri came out. Okay. What are 3 to 5 questions businesses should ask themselves before pursuing content creation?
What
Do you
are
want
3 to 5
three questions lah?
questions that business should ask themselves
Businesses,
before
yeah.
pursuing content creation? Okay. How you want to market it? What is the voice of your company? What's the voice of your brand? And on social media, how would you like to be presented by? Like how do you want people to see you like? And the content that you plan to create, is there references and is there case studies? Have you researched like were they successful, and if they were successful, in what way, in what sense, what were the elements and the teams that made it so, and will it work with the product that you're pushing?
Okay, got it. Those are very, very good questions. Yep. What are your top 3 tips for businesses to get started on content creation journey? I know you answered this, but point form. So what are your top 3 tips for businesses to get started on creating on the content creation journey?
Well, I feel like you just answered that. Okay. Point form. Okay. The voice of your brand.
Okay.
And, what if your product matches your brand? The voice of your brand must match the brand itself. And then the content that you want to create, does it match the product that you're trying to push? And thirdly, do you have the time to create the content consistently? If not, please get someone.
Okay, love that. Thank you very much. Now, if I'm a business owner and I'm already creating content, what are your top 3 tips for me?
Okay. Is your content working? If it's not because you're like, oh, there's no views, but then ask yourself why. Ask your friends, ask your families, ask some strangers on the street, get honest feedback and tell them at once, like, tell me honestly, what do you think of this? I sat down with a close friend and I shot him down because I wanted him to succeed, not because I wanted him to fail. Because he just started up and I believed in the business model that he had. He's a great businessman. He had a great business mindset. But on the creative side of things, I felt like he could do better. So I gave him my advice, like, or maybe even the logo design may not fit what or who you are targeting. Who are you targeting in terms of your business? So does the design of your website appeal to this market? Have you asked this market that about what they feel about it? Did you just ask your close friend who is afraid to tell you bad things, or did you get like straight answers? Yeah.
Okay, got it. I think those are all very, very good. I have one more to ask. If you had one advice to give out to businesses during this challenging time, what would it be?
Kalau ada kerja, buat. Man, I wish I had like the perfect answer for everyone, because even we were hit pretty bad, and I have no place to complain, because I have friends who have suffered even worse. Like I've seen, especially captains from airlines selling satay on the street because they got retrenched, and sending food as the Air Asia for Air Asia and stuff like that. But yeah, so based off what they're doing, whatever means you can do to survive in this hard time lah. So when the people ask me how am I, recently I would just say I'm alive, and I'm thankful for that, because that is the main goal until our vaccine is sent throughout.
Yes, you're right. Because if you think about it, we all have different goals at different times in our lives, and right now it's to stay alive until vaccine is.
Yeah.
Did you? Were there ways that you could pivot for your business?
We were hit pretty bad, because all the projects that were promised to us this year got cancelled. Once the MCO was announced, and I calculated how much we have and how long I could keep the team. I mean, we wouldn't tutup kedai, but my biggest worry was to lose the team that I've built, right?
Right.
The
Yeah.
biggest, most important thing when growing business is finding good people to help you.
Yes, you're
Yeah.
right. Uh-huh.
And like good people don't come around like
Uh-huh.
all the time. Like it took me 9 years to find this team, and I didn't want to be unfair to my team as well by cutting their pay for a long
Mhm.
time or too much. We cut their pay for 1 month, and they were very understanding, and I'm so thankful for that. Yeah, because everyone has their own commitment and their own hardship. So
Okay. Well, good job on keeping the team still around, and then you guys are going into shoot next week, right?
yes,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Somebody is asking.
It's Isan
Uh,
actually.
oh, it's
That is-
Asan. Okay. Nowadays, you mostly pitch to clients, or mainly do clients approach you? That's the first question. The second question is: have you ever turned down a client? If yes, what was it? I guess we have to protect the client. Me?
Yeah, so I think there's a mix nowadays. But when a client comes to us, it's very good because they know what you do straight away.
Mhm.
They know, they understand, and they are quite clear with what they want. So these clients, they come, and it's easier to navigate towards and to the end of the project compared to clients we just approach and we share, and it's worse when they don't know at all, zero, like what we do, and there's no trust and faith in terms of quality and so forth.
Mhm.
Yeah. So second question: have you ever turned down a client? Yes. And yes, what was it? There is many factors to turn down a client, and it's not a bad thing.
Mhm.
I know, especially now, is the hardest time to turn down a client.
Mhm.
But I did. Is first of all, it could be a budget issue. Like I could think like, oh, if I do this project, I can at least pay one or two of my staff for 1 month.
Mhm.
But if you look at the bigger picture, if this project takes up, let's say, a week just to pay one staff for 1 month, and
It
the
doesn't make sense.
amount of work that you're going to put the whole team through, and the chances of you canceling a better job because of it, yeah, maybe not. And I have always told my team and my friends and my family that I've always believed in working with nice people. Like, I know this is like going against what I just said, but if you gave me a high basic paying job and a lower paying job, and these guys are nice and these guys aren't, I would pick the lower paying job, because the people you work with, whether it's your teammates or the clients, they are equal the environment that you're gonna be in. Yeah, so it's what important. There's a lot of factors to choose.
Okay, I think that's a very good answer, because you gotta pick your battle, right, kind of thing. And sometimes it's just not worth it. And I think we need to see ourselves as important enough to say no when it's not okay, and it's
Yeah.
okay to say no,
It's
right?
okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much. I think that's all the
Great.
questions we have for today. Got any more questions?
So, are you gonna ask another question after this? Oh,
Nope,
We're
I'm
done.
done. We've got
Actually,
one
so
Ahmad
just to
Masuwardi. Hi guys.
close this. So,
Mm.
Jared, is it worth it, the 9 year? Was it worth it or not?
It's worth it. The 9 years was worth it because I was in the industry that I've always wanted to be in. Yeah,
Aw.
not social media, but the creative industry. Yeah.
Mhm. The filmmaking industry. So yay! Congratulations!
Congratulations.
Woo. Okay,
Thank
so
you.
let us know whenever you've got new films coming out, because I know you've got some films which you cannot preview with us because it's still doing the
Mhm.
festival circuit, right? Okay. So
Mhm.
whenever they're halal, let us know, and
Okay.
we can kind of live stream it on Facebook, YouTube,
Yeah.
and whatnot. You
Yeah.
let us know that which one is
Yeah.
allowed. Okay.
I also have
LinkedIn
this
as well.
new. I also have this new baby, which is a childhood dream to make a Japanese comic, which I did during MCO.
Okay.
And when
Oh,
that's
wow.
halal, I
Uh-huh.
will pass it over for a read and maybe a private reading first.
Ooh, yes,
Oh,
we would
nice.
love that. Amin has always wanted to do like a private reading, like the one Jennifer Aniston did with apa tu Amin? With
Oh yeah,
Brad Pitt.
with Brad
Yeah,
Pitt
he
and
loved
Morgan
that.
Freeman.
Morgan
that was
Freeman as the
hilarious.
narrator, voice of God, but he wasn't God. He was just the narrator, but he's perfect. But yes, we would love that. Okay, cool. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much. I mean, if you were to summarize today, what's the biggest takeaway for you with whatever Jared shared today?
I think the biggest one that I got so far is stay true to your pillar, right? If you
Yeah.
that was it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the one biggest one for me. Yeah.
Or isn't it don't do YouTube or don't do social media?
No, I would,
no.
No, I will do it.
We love it. We would still do it. We're like you. I mean, for me was go on. I mean,
and also the mental thing is really quite real. So take a break when you need to take a break, right? It's all about the managing. Reach out for help.
Don't be shy about it.
Yeah, and I look at it and I see it like Ready Player One. Towards the end, they decided that they're shutting it down on 2 days of the week, which is true. We need a break. We all need a break, and it's important to learn to say no. That it's okay to say no. For me, my biggest takeaway was when you said that you were trying to come up with content and you couldn't anymore come up with that funny content. There was this short film that needed to be born. So my next question would be, what was that short film that came out after that?
The goal that time was not even to come out with a proper script that I can shoot. The goal was to actually write a short film script that I am at least happy with, and I finish it and I'm like, okay, my warm up is done. And then
did you get to make it in the end?
I need to scroll down the channel and see.
Okay. Yeah. But for me, that was the biggest takeaway, and I think it resonates so much with me because even for me, if we're gonna create content, what is it that we're leaving the people with? And that was the other takeaway for me. So, how are we leaving the world? Are we leaving it better off? What is our message? What is the social message behind it? So, that's very powerful. Thank you so much. This, for me, has been very enlightening and spiritual at the same time kind of thing. So, thank you. Yeah.
Yep.
Wasn't
Thank you so much, Jared.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me again.
It's an honor.
It's that time. You're always going to keep coming back once a year, lah.
100 episodes.
100 episodes.
Yeah.
For the win. Right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So we're gonna remove you.
But hang on, because we want you to see our work. It's very cringy. Do you want to show it now, Amin, or later towards the end?
Okay, I'll show it now.
Okay, but wait, before we show, Jared, this is Saturday is Deepavali, right? So we're actually making a Deepavali wish. So we've come up with our own video. It is our attempt of making it a short film. No, it's nowhere near. It's very cringy. We ourselves agree it's cringy. Amin was watching it before you came on. It's cringy, and we meant it to be cringy in the worst possible way. So have a look.
Great.
Selamat Hari Deepavali. This is for everybody out there. Enjoy it.
Yeah, enjoy it.
I think you missed it because it was only 15 seconds.
You said short film, so I was waiting. but I saw the bomb.
I'm so sorry. But we decided that, we thought Amin's photo looks like some politician from India or something. Some dato. So we're like, okay, let's just go full blown on it, and the name also like really like, there's bullshit. The pingat at the back is like bullshit. What was the other one? You had
AKPK.
AKPK. What was BBC?
Bullshit Buying Club.
Yeah, mine was HBC, which was Humble Bread Club. Yeah. So, somebody's saying surreal, guys. Wow, we're getting a lot of feedback Facebook. Ha ha ha. Yep. Well, we're glad you're enjoying it. So we're gonna put it up on all our social media. So yeah, kind of thing. And I had to force Polly to take photos. So and she couldn't fit into the baju, but thank God, just the top came in lah. And Polly's saying, "Oh my God, yep. I'm sorry, it already came out." So thank you. We are so
Thank you so
inspired
much,
by you.
Jared.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Jared. We love you. So let us know. If got sponsors who wants to do a short film competition, Jared's gonna be our judge, so you better give me good money for that. So yes, we can do it for you too, kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So
So we're gonna remove
that's
you
all the
first,
time.
right?
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
give her a round of
Bye.
applause. Mm.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye. So make sure you follow Jared on all his social media. What's happening the rest of the month? We've got this Saturday. What do we have? Just a reminder, very quickly.
Last intensive killer all-star LinkedIn profile for the year. No more.
Yeah, it
No
is
more after that.
November, but Popcorn takes its break early because we believe in mental health awareness and having a balance and everything. What is 97 years Popcorn AI is saying? Okay. Yeah, so make sure there's very limited seats left. For some reason, it's like so popular. We didn't expect it to be this popular. So
We had 30
please
people.
come and join
We
us.
already had like 30 people signing up. So that's like
Huh?
a
How are you
lot.
going to manage this? Yeah. Okay. Did you guys
Yeah, we
enjoy it?
figured
Let us know what you learned. What was your biggest learning from today, kind of thing. And
Mhm.
then next week, if you thought this was amazing, we've got more episodes coming up. We are gonna stop 2 weeks before end of December. So for the next
Yep.
2 weeks, next week, if you guys want to be like a LinkedIn influencer, we are bringing you the speaker for it. We're talking Sohaib Hassan with 720,000 followers on LinkedIn. He's going to be talking about LinkedIn is not only for job searching, what else then? So he's going to share with us all the goodies kind of stuff. Next, the week after, 26th of November, I believe. Is it 26th? Yes, Vikar is going to
26th,
share
yes.
with us using comedy to drive social change, because we all are not just in the business of creating content for entertainment, but for education and leaving a social impact in the world as well. Okay, so that's what's happening. And then apart from that, I guess that's it. Okay, and then of course we've
That's
got
it.
2 more episodes of Just Langa, which I'll share with you, and that's it. You already saw the video. Oh yes, before that, if you love what you've seen today, you want to get lots of free classes and whatnot, or if you want like a class with Jared, let us know. Come and join our community or our, what is this, cult? Yeah, come and
Cult.
join our cult.
We
Okay,
are a cult.
all the
Actually, we are.
links.
We are
Yeah, we are a
going to
cult.
create our own cult. That's what we're going to do.
Yeah, we are a cult. Happy. We believe in just langaring. Everything that Jared said. Just langaring. And loving yourself and having, and making sure that you have a mental health. That you're taking care of your good self and stuff like that. Okay, so that's all the time we have for today. What are the comments saying? Block your
What the comments
calendar,
saying?
Popcorn AI.
Like calendar,
Somebody
applause.
saying,
Thank you so much,
yeah.
Wan Ahmad.
Yeah, Tarmizi, thank you for joining us. I hope you love it. Somebody is saying our video is hilarious. Hello, your outro posted to join the community. Oh yeah, actually got typo error. Thank you. Popcorn AI is quite good. Popcorn AI is also a very good spell checker. When we do come up with that sort of business, we'll let you know. But yeah, that's it. That's all the time we have
That's
for
it.
today. We hope you enjoyed it. Oh, somebody is saying sorry, couldn't comment much. Just knew you guys existed. Aw, follow us then. That's
Really?
all I can say. Yeah, where have you been? But yeah, follow us, okay? 32 episodes, you missed us. You can catch up, but don't worry. Yes, thank you so much. That's all the time we have for today. Jared is waiting, so we're going to party with him backstage. Bye. Good night.
Bye, guys. Good night.
Happy Deepavali.